What's going on, guys? So I'm going to show you all how to build your DIY LED spacer ring exactly like this for the Polk 6x9 Marine. So you get a lot of cool features, different colors, whatever you want. You can talk, and it has music feature in it as well. It runs off of a Bluetooth app. So whatever you want to do, we're going to leave that running in the background while we make this video. So this is the LED speaker ring that you're going to get. This is the LED strand that you're going to get. You're going to get a DC plug, and you're also going to get the controller and remote. So I already have one of those open, so I'm going to grab that from over here. The only thing you're going to need is a DC buck booster, buck converter. Sorry, not booster. You need to take your 24 volts and drop it down to 5 volts, or your 12 volts and drop it to 5. So depending on what build you do, whether it's 12 volt or 24 volt, you'll need to drop it to 5 volts. This is a 25.6 volt battery in here with the X04, whatever. I'll show you. I'll have a link in the product description for you to grab one of these. Remember, these are available on the BuiltNotBoutBoomboxes.com website, link in bio. So this is it. It's the Top Sun. There's several different kinds that you can do, but we want to stay 5 volt, 5 amp max, or a 3 amp would be best. So that one's running a 5 amp, running just fine, no problems. So in order to build your kit, you're going to need two things. You're going to need rapid fuse DAP, and you're going to need some side cutters or some kind of cutters to cut the end. So we're going to do it on a box so you can see. So lay your spacer out, trace out your hole, go ahead and cut it. That way you can still remove it. You can cut the hole out, clean it up, and then you can put this on there. If you want to assemble it together, it's easier to assemble the ring after you've marked it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we want the power wires and everything down on either the right side or left side, depending on where our controller is going to be. So you want to mock that up, and then you just start gluing. And this DAP rapid fuse is awesome stuff. So I'm going to turn a fan on really quick. We're going to do this in real time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and grab the DAP rapid fuse, and we're going to put just a little bit in between the LED lights. I'm going to start this one over here on the left side because that's where my controller is going to be. I'm just going to hold that for a couple seconds and let it tack up. All right, now that's tacked up, I can go ahead and go to the next one. Go 2 spaces over, a little glue. And if you have CA glue, which is a 2-part glue with an activator, this is Starbond. It works really well. What you can do is actually spray the entire ring and then just go through and hit it with that. But most people will have this, or be able to go to Walmart, Lowe's, or Home Depot and grab a little container of it, and it isn't that expensive. So just every 2 LEDs, put a drop. We're doing this in real time so y'all can see it. Let it hold for a second, and then move on to the next. And after just a couple minutes, this will be solid, and it's not going to come off unless you really need it to. And then since we only did every other LED, we'll be able to pry it off and cut it and be good to go. Facebook group's popping tonight. And I made these spacers just a little bit thicker than this one. That way there's a little bit more margin for error, and it will reflect a little bit better. All right, so we've got it that far. What I'm going to go ahead and do is do the glue down a little bit further. That way I can get all this on. Move this power wire out the way. And like I said, if you have CA glue, this is even faster. If you've ever used it, you know. So right here, we're gonna have an overlap. Let me move this box so y'all can see it. Right here, we're gonna have an overlap. We're gonna take our side cutters and we're gonna cut right at the copper lines for the cut line. Like that, and it's gonna fit right against that power cable. So I'll go ahead and pull it back, finish off the last little bit, tuck it in, hold it down for a minute. And there you have it. If you want a little added security, just go back through and put a bead of the glue on the corners and up top and bottom. Doesn't have to be a lot. Let that dry for about 15 minutes and it will be completely cured. Let me get this out the way. And then you can go ahead, run your wire through just like we did on this box. So we just ran the wire through. Obviously we'd mount it down, tidy all the wires up. You got your controller here, QR code to scan for it. The little buck reducer right here. We have the 25.6 volt battery, a pile 16 millimeter 10 amp switch, 1001U with a 1001U case off the website. So if you want to get your own, guys, and have a really nice looking LED spacer for the Polk, head over to BuildNotBoutBoomboxes.com. We got latches, we got cases, LED spacers, and they get bright. Definitely set your box apart. So make sure you order the whole kit. I have the whole kit. It's a spacer, the controller, the LEDs all together. The only thing you got to get is the buck, and I'll have a link in the listing for that. Now, if you want to just buy the LEDs and do your own type of kit, you can go ahead and find that on the website as well. Once again, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comment below.